So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Roma Theory as Roma throw away 2 points. Um, it's those irritating games. It's those irritating games where you know you're winning, you know you want to win, you know you're the best team out there, but they don't win. They happen, and in fact, I'll be the first one to say that over the course of this season, it hasn't happened many times that we've lost points against these sides, but sometimes it happens. It's inevitable. Um, I think you asked me why we lost this game. We lost this game because we did not take control of the second half. We didn't lose this game because we underestimated our opponents. No, because we were the best team out there. But we lost this game because the second half, the control in the second half was woeful. Like, you can see it an early goal, and you're really good at reacting. You're really good at, to create a reaction and score immediately after 5 minutes, the equalizer. And we basically played 1 hour where we wanted to score another goal. We wanted a reaction, but we never shot. And that is what I'm blaming when it comes to losing this game. I'm blaming the control of the second half. It wasn't good. It wasn't good because the only player who kind of wanted to do something today was Dybala. I'm not sure if the other players are already starting to think about Thursday's game against Salzburg. This game was more important than Thursday's game against Salzburg, without a doubt. And we've wasted 2 points. We've wasted 2 points, which could come really handy when it comes to top four race. Because now, tonight, if one of the two teams wins between Lazio and Atalanta, we're out of top four and we're fifth. We'd still be like 1 point from top four. Everyone's there. But you see, the situation is different. The preparation for the Salzburg game would also be different if we would lay on second position for the weekend. We've wasted them. We've wasted the 2 points in just... It sucks. It sucks losing like this. It really... We didn't lose. It sucks losing points like this. But look, just to look at the table, right? 56 us, 43 Inter, 41 Roma, 41 Milan. Lazio 39 and Atalanta 38. If Lazio win, they go... Wait, hang on a minute. If Atalanta win, they go same points as us. And if Lazio win, they go 1 point clear of us. Everyone's there. It's not the end of the world. It's not like we didn't get 3 points today, we're out of top four. It's wrong. It's wrong to think that. But at the same time... it's a game we have to win. It's a game which really would have come useful for our top four race. Right, ZX Trenix says we'll be fourth if either Lazio or Atalanta win. Better goal difference than Milan. Oh yeah, thanks mate. Thanks for the information. So yeah, either way, however it ends tonight between Lazio and Atalanta, we'd still remain fourth, but everything would get closer together. And as I said in the match preview, our objective over the course of February and March and maybe mid through April is to try and build a gap. And if you want to build a gap, it's these games you have to win. You have to try and collect points against these sides, something which we did not do today. I mean, it's not like we didn't... Again, I think it's wrong to say we underestimated this game because we were the better team out there. We were the most dominant team out there, but we just did not control the game well. We really didn't. And that is what I think I'm going to blame for us not getting 3 points tonight. But look, let's focus on individual players. I think Dybala, as I said before, was the only one who wanted to create something today. The penalty was clear. He scored a penalty. We then have Tammy, who played all in the first half and then did nothing in the second half. Similarly, Pellegrini played well in the first half. In the second half, he was shambolic, appalling, woeful. Everything can get thrown out of to Pellegrini after the second half performance. We have players like Matic who looked like they just landed on Earth. Matic today was useless. then again, I'm also blaming. No, you can't blame it, but there's unsportsmanship is something which has to be mentioned. The guy, the blondie guy, their captain, deserved the red card during injury time, 100%, because that tackle on Dybala is intentional. That tackle on Dybala is dangerous. And that tackle on Dybala was nothing else than a tactical, brutal foul. That could have started a counter-attack for us. That could have, you never know, that could have maybe won us the game. So that definitely deserved the red card, and I don't want to hear complaints. Um, but on the other hand, I think the referee didn't have a bad game. I think, again, why do I say this? I say this because it's one of those referees which let the game flow, especially in the first half, not in the second half. In the second half, the referee did make a few mistakes, but in the first half, there were fouls which the referee didn't blow. But part of me says, thank God, because at least the game has a flow. If the referee blows a foul every 2 minutes, we really don't have a flow to the game. But again, we can't blame the referee. Referee didn't have major mistakes apart from a few red cards which he could have given to Lecce, maybe one in the first half to Dybala too. But again, it's unexpected because we scored, we had a reaction immediately, and then I expected us to win that game, and then we didn't do anything in the second half. That's what sucks. We're not quite decisive enough in our attacking transition, including the attacking third, says Da Hero. Roma got to focus on the Europa League, says Claudio. Lack of control shows Pellegrini poor captaincy. Yeah, captaincy and leadership is something Pellegrini has to focus on. Pellegrini's not having it. Look, everyone lives ups and downs. I've said this in a live watch along. Every single player has the rights to live ups and downs. Because no player, apart from Dybala, is a world class player in this team. No, there is no player who isn't a world class player who doesn't have ups and downs. It's completely normal for a player to have ups and downs. The only two things is this down period for Pellegrini has lasted a long time. It's lasted since the start of the season. And, that's like 6 months. So that's definitely something to pay in consideration. Tammy did live a tough moment, but his tough moment lasted 3 months, 4 months. Pellegrini, this is like the 6th month he's been playing woeful. So he needs to, we'll support him. We've supported Tammy through the dark moment. We'll support Pellegrini too. That's not a question. Obviously, he's a wrong player. We'll back him. We'll support him. But the question is, what did Tammy do that Pellegrini didn't do to relift himself from the dark period, if you want to call it that way? Again, I think it's gutting, but it's not the end of the world. It's irritating, but it's not like we're out of top 4. Because, as young Daci is saying in the chat, we just need a Lazio, Atalanta draw, and we're still 3rd. Everyone's there. But what I'm trying to say is, these 3 points would have helped us a lot. These 3 points would have helped us try to collect 4 points in February. In February we have little minor games which can turn into bastard games, but they are games where we have to get 4 points, and that's immediately a game which has broken this dream. The next game is Salzburg on Thursday, and then the next Serie A game is Verona on Sunday. So we're gonna, the next period is gonna be a tough period where we're gonna play a lot. We're going to play high rates. We're going to play high intensity games. You look at our bench is bad. Our bench is not good at all. Belotti got subbed in 10 minutes. He didn't touch a ball. Wijnaldum, again, I'm the first one to say, give time to Wijnaldum, but we can't expect Wijnaldum to turn things around after a broken tibia. Wijnaldum will help a lot. Wijnaldum will help a lot to stick things together. But it's not like subbing Wijnaldum in will change games. It can turn into a revolutionary action, but as things stand, Wijnaldum comes from a broken tibia. And realistically speaking, if everyone here is realistic, he can improve the squad depth, but, he can't give massive impacts to games. So Bakken, got subbed in 10 minutes, didn't get one correct pass. So our squad depth is a bad squad depth. That's why I'm saying the fact that we are third means that we are a united side. The fact that we are third means that our first team is a good team. And again, when I ended the live watch along, I was already seeing comments going, "This team is shit. This team doesn't deserve top four," and I understand the irritation. But do people understand me when I say, in Roma fans, there is no balance. There is no middle point. There really isn't. We win a game, and everyone starts going, "Oh yeah, bring the title race on." And then we don't get 3 points in a game like Lecce, and everyone starts going, "Shit, absolutely shit, absolutely shit, absolutely shit, absolutely shit. This team doesn't get top four." We have to find middle points. And you're probably asking myself, why am I defending the team after such a performance? I'm defending my team because we're still third in the league. I'm defending my team because criticisms are completely fine, but you gotta find a middle point. You have to find the middle point. It's not like we win a game and we're the best team in Europe, and we lose a game and it's suddenly we turned into a relegation side. That's not how it works. So we have to find middle games. We have to find balances, something which I have never seen. So this is a game where we had to get 3 points, but it's also a game where it makes you reflect and go, "Oh, okay, we have to get 3 points," but it happens in football. I'll give you a similar example to Man United. I think this is my vision on it. I think right now, again, before I'm going to say this, let me say one thing. I am not by any means trying to compare Roma to the team which I'm about to mention. But I see a lot of similarities. Not even similarities, because people are going to get mad at me for comparing the two sides. I'm not comparing the two sides. Please understand this. But what I'm saying is, look at Man United. Man United in the Premier League are third. Roma in this area are third too. And United just came from a 2-2 against Leeds, which at the end of the day is a very similar game to us. Leeds are around the same. Obviously, Leeds are better than Lecce, but when it comes to table-wise, you look at the table, Leeds and Lecce share the same position. It happens to have blank spaces. It happens to have some games where we try, but we just can't get that reaction going. We can't get that splint going. It happens. This is football. We can't win every single game. The problem is, now we've put ourselves in a position where Sunday's game at home against Verona is a must win. Because if I don't get 3 points today, and I don't get 3 points on Sunday against Verona, and I don't get 3 points away at Cremonese, that is where the real criticisms have to be thrown in. Having an off game is completely normal. It really is. The important thing is that now we already bounced back. And Thursday, we've got a big appointment. Europa League, Austria, Salzburg. Very, very, very dangerous match. We'll speak about the game in over the course of the week. But very difficult game. I'm not that confident about that game. But again, truthfully, we don't deserve top four, Simon. Now, the only reason we are third is Juve's situation and because both Milan teams have slipped up heavily. I fully agree. I fully agree with you. But the problem is, we are third. I mean, it's not a problem. It's something we should be happy about. I totally agree with what you said. In fact, you know what? I don't think you mind. I'm going to take a picture of this comment. because that's spot on. You just spitted facts there. But due to these situations, we are third in the league. So the fact that we were third because Juventus and Inter Milan and Milan are living the best of moments doesn't mean we can't celebrate and we can't be happy about third. I fully agree on that, what you're saying, but these situations have made our path into third position very feasible and very doable. So now that we are third, due to the Juventus penalisation, Milan crisis and all of that, why can't we enjoy this third position? That's all I'm trying to say. All I'm trying to say is we're third in the league. Yes, our position in the league has depended upon some events, but these events have happened. Why? Let's not enjoy Let's not enjoy top four just because Juventus got penalised. If a team cheats, a team has to get penalised. There's nothing Roma can do about this. Really nothing. Now this is also a life lesson. We live life and we're happy about life. Not just because everything that happens in life is because we want it. Some inconveniences. Some events made other events in life possible. And this is a similar situation to us. But the problem is now, okay, I'll accept this. I'll accept a little deconcentration against Lecce. The problem is, we got to get back going. Because we've got some very crucial games in February. In fact, could be argued is our easiest month until the end of the season. And we really have to get, from now on, the 4 points. We really have to get 4 points. Europa League will be hard to win. We're not going to win Europa League. The thing with Europa League is, let's try have a good run to surprise everyone. Can I ask how you loved this club and suffer this kind of football? Except Dybala, all is mediocre. Rui is second-hand keeper whose reaction is very slow and can defend long-distance shot. Because I'm from Rome, my family are all Roma fans. But again, can I ask you another thing? Why is it that supporting Roma is ridiculous? Does supporting a football club just means winning trophies? No, absolutely not. Supporting a football club means suffering. Supporting a football club means living ups and downs. Lee, you're probably a Man City fan, or you're probably a Real Madrid fan. If you like supporting Real Madrid, then shout out to you. But I'm glad I support this team. I'm glad I suffer for a team rather than win it all every time. So, that's the thing. We Roma fans are so quick to blame mistakes from players like Pellegrini or Cristante, but we completely ignore the mistakes made by Dybala or Smalling. We need to keep the same energy for everyone. Good point. Good points. But obviously, if it wasn't for Dybala, we wouldn't even have scored today. So Dybala looked like the only one who tried to do something today. We should be happy. I'm not saying that. What we also should do is build a gap. Fully agree. What you said last video. But the tactics and captain are lacking heavily, and this will cost us. I agree. Our mission now is to build it really is to build a gap. Our objective does remain building a gap even after this. But it happens. Again, as I said at the start, we need a middle point. I'll take you an example. Look at what Mile or Mile just wrote. What a clown collective. That to me is a useless comment. That completely shows you that we don't have a middle point. We lose points and everyone starts going, what a clown collective. We win a game and everyone starts going, we're going to win the Champions League. Middle points. Find the balance between when we win and when we lose points. Because what you just wrote is symbolic. what you just wrote isn't even symbolic. What you just wrote is embarrassing. Simon, what do you think the best player in the match? It has to be Dybala. Despite what we've talked about, El Shaarawy has been a pleasant surprise. El Shaarawy's not been playing bad. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to drag this any further. We've lost points. We've made mistakes. We had to win today, but we've lost the points. We can't change it. So we got to focus on the Europa League game on Thursday. We got to focus on tonight's game, which will be an interesting one between Lazio and Atalanta. Either way, we're still in top 4. If Lazio win, we're still top 4. If Atalanta win, we're still top 4. If they both draw, we are still 3rd position. So yeah, that's also another thing to enjoy tonight. I just watched Roma because of Mourinho, but I'm fed up of your Roma player quality, and the match happened. When you get chances to come to top 4, you lost or draw. When you go to quarter-final Coppa, you lose the Cremonese. I mean, you see, again, this is easy. You're a Roma fan because of Mourinho. You're a Mourinho fan. And in your comment you've mentioned the Coppa Italia game. You know, it's easy to come and support a game because you love the manager. But if you are really a football fan, then from the Coppa Italia game you have to blame the manager. However, the fact that you're a Mourinho fan and it is here for Mourinho makes you not blame the manager. Today's game, in my opinion, was not Mourinho's fault. It was the players' fault for not controlling the game well. But the Coppa Italia game, in my opinion, was all on the manager. So it's very easy for Mourinho fan to come here and go, oh, all of these players are shit because they lost the Cremonese. But you look at the realistic side of things, and that was the manager's fault. And I don't care if you love the manager or you hate the manager, you have to be realistic here. The Cremonese defeat was all on Mourinho, in my opinion. And again, I'm going to get hated on this because I know that a lot of people here are Mourinho fans. But the reality is that if you don't agree with this, then you're not realistic. So again, I'm not going to drag it any further. We've lost points. We'll bounce back. We've got to start thinking on Thursday's game against Salzburg. If you haven't already, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the first link in the description below if you want to give a little donation to the Turkey and Syria earthquake. Please do it if you're feeling like it. And yeah, I'll catch you very, very soon. Simon, out.